You are listening to Fanning the Flames, the OG Suns podcast that is for the fans, you guys, by the fans, us.
Oh, God.
I made it.
I was like, where'd you go?
That was close, dude.
Yeah.
Close. You're going to have
You
to
made
start
it.
this on your own. I'm here.
You made it
I'm
back
here.
just in time, just like the Suns.
I'm here. You're here. Paul's not here. Everything is right. The Suns. Well, Dan, what are the Suns? What are the Suns? What are the Suns, Dan, as we welcome everybody to this episode of Fanning the Flames? We're so late. Yes, we are. Thank you, John Voida, for pointing that out. You know what? Shut up. Sorry, that's all I have to say. That's that. Dan, tell me how you're feeling about the Suns right now while I start tweeting stuff. I want to be able to come watch us.
I'm actually really glad they're watchable again. Personally, I was out. I mean, you know me. I was out on this team. I thought they were dead in the water. I really wanted them to just, make the playoffs just for the sake of us not having to give our pick to Houston, or we're going to give our pick to Houston anyway, but I didn't want it to be in the lottery because, of course, they would win it and they would get Cooper Flag because that's just what, happens to the Suns. It's just our nature, So I really didn't want that to happen. So I'm excited, man. It was fun. Yesterday was the first time I was really invested in a game that I can remember as far as being excited and, kind of just back into it, I guess. They pulled me back in. So, hell of an atmosphere last night. I wish I could have gone to the game, but I couldn't. I don't know if you were there, right?
Oh, I was there, my friend. I was absolutely there. And I'm happy you said what you said right there, Daniel, because if I'm not mistaken, did you say they've pulled you back in? Did I hear that correctly, my friend?
So watching them, yes.
To watching them. Okay, so you're tempering yourself a little bit here. Are you?
Listen. Let's call a spade a spade. This is fun. Okay, I hope it's fun for the rest of the season. I hope they make a nice run in the playing tournament and they get the 8 seed. Or I don't even know how that works. Could they even get the 7 seed?
Well, it depends where they finish.
Right.
At the end of the regular season. As of right now, they cannot. If they don't,
they have to finish 8th, right?
Yeah.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if they got the 7 seed, I would feel that'd be great because Houston, I would put us up against Houston any day of the week, even though they're well coached, and they've kind of had our number lately. But at the end of the day, man, best case scenario, I think they would get the 8 seed, and then they take Oklahoma City to 5 or 6 games, and we at least got to see some Suns play off basketball. This team's not I don't think they're gonna make a deep playoff run, which I'm sure we'll get into, what we think about Coach Bud now and trading KD, and it's gonna tie into that too as well. So
nothing's
just how I feel right
about
now,
Coach Bud, if you ask me, and we will get into that. Get into that. So, but just to talk about the standings, really quickly, you ask about where we're at. So we're still sitting at the 10th seed right now. We're tied with Sacramento. We're half a game behind Sacramento. I believe Sacramento. Well, we're the season series with Sacramento, I believe, is 2-1 in favor of Sacramento right now, with the final meeting between
regular
the teams
season game
coming on the regular season finale, which also happens to be a day that Gavin's going to be in town. I don't know if you're aware of that. You not
is that game here?
You're in the Suns, not in the Suns group chat.
He texted me personally. He's more personable with me. He doesn't put it in the group chat when he tells me stuff.
He's staying with Paul, apparently. I didn't know that. It's like, hey, you know who's not opening their house to anybody? This guy right here. I'm not going to lie.
Same buddy.
Sorry. Paul's a better
Love
person.
you, Gavin.
Not gonna lie.
You, Gavin. Love you, but no.
So I don't know offhand if it's here or away, although I could find that out quite quickly because I was just looking at that. I believe it's here. No, I believe it's away, because if it was here, I feel like we'd be absolutely going to that game with Gavin being in town. It is, in fact, away. But also
Road
that
trip?
morning there might be no, because that morning there might be some youth soccer attendance for some Suns podcasters too. It's going to be a day. April 13th is going to be a day in the Suns world.
Well, let's hope at least.
Well, I mean, just personally, I mean, it is. It's no matter what, it's going to be a day. Just like I just say it's be a great day. Okay, so back
Okay,
to the
Professor.
matter at hand, though. Hold on. So we're tied, not tied, but we're half a game behind Sacramento right now. Sacramento being in the 9 seed. Then the 8 seed, currently Minnesota, and they are, as I wink one eye because I'm getting old, 5.5.
We're
games
5. Yeah.
And then the Clippers are tied with them. So we're 5.5 games behind the 7 and 8 seed right now. I don't know what the season series are with those two teams, but mathematically, like 7 and 8 seed, I think are out. I mean, just like
there's 10
10
games left. Unless you're gonna go 10-0, which I mean, let's not bring up old podcasts, right? Let's not bring that shit up.
You know.
There was this one time.
Yeah.
Let's not though. Let's just look at it realistically, please.
Let's look at it realistically, Daniel.
They're not gonna go 10-0,
the Suns
Justin.
are back. That's what's the reality.
No, they're
of it,
fucking
bro.
not, dude.
They are. They are 100%. No. Okay. Look. Let me have my fun. Let me have this.
No.
Give me this.
No. This is
But
why
no.
I'm here, dude.
No. But let's look at this. Let's think about this. If in some crazy world I told you that there was a team that was 35 and 37, the 10 seed in the West. But I said, hey, Dan, let's hitch our wagon to this team. Let's buy into it, notwithstanding where they are right now. Can you find a team that you'd rather do that with than one that's led by Devin Booker and Kevin Durant?
Of course not, dude.
Exactly. See, Dan's back. He's in. Let's talk. Let's rewind though, because
I hate you.
We're jumping. Oh, it seemed harsh. You hate me because I make you love the Suns. Is that why? It's okay. I'll take that. I will take that. Let's talk about
Your unwavering faith is astounding.
First of all, my faith is not unwavering. It has wavered very heavily. I changed my profile picture on Twitter to Randy Quaid, a joke I'm guessing you don't even get because you probably haven't seen the movie.
What movie?
Major League 2.
I have not.
You know who else hasn't seen Major League 2? Phil. He's 63 or something, Dan. So just,
Come on, man.
You guys are generations. You guys, my friends bookend me in generations.
That's true.
One's too young, one's too old. I can't just hang out. See, and the people that are my age, like Paul, just avoid me. Apparently, they don't want to hang out.
Nah, they don't even want to podcast with you.
Can't imagine why. It's difficult. Life's difficult around me. It can be. Okay, but let's talk though, Dan, because look, you might not be buying into this like I am, and that's fine. Because you're not crazy. I'm a little crazy. I'm okay admitting that.
Yes, you are.
Your temperature, your sense, your feeling for the Suns has changed over the last 2 weeks. Am I correct?
Yeah, of course. Absolutely.
What's different? What's gone on in these 2 weeks, Dan? I mean, well, let's start with the obvious, right?
Well, somebody finally tried to. Wait, what?
4 in a row. We won 4 games in a row for the first time since fucking November.
Right. I thought we were going a little deeper than that.
Oh no! Well, let's start we'll start very high surface, very simple surface. Let's scratch the surface, and then you dig deep, my friend. So 4 in a row. How do we get there? Now you dig deep. I'll put it away.
I don't know if all the coaches just grabbed a pillowcase and filled it with soap and beat Bud's ass and said, "Hey, you're playing Ryan Dunn and Oso, and you're gonna stop giving minutes to fucking Mason Plumlee and just not play people for no goddamn reason." I don't know what happened there, but that for one happened. So he's finally playing Ryan Dunn, and oh my god, have you seen Ryan Dunn? We're gonna talk about Ryan Dunn today, right? Not yet. Don't put it up there. Don't. Nope. No, you can't. You gotta wait. Patience.
I'm waiting. Go on.
So yeah,
My
finally
hands
played
are
him.
there, not clicking.
Oso, like, dude, Oso is perfect for this team, right? Does all the dirty, does all the dirt. Oh my God, what's going on?
Women can't live without them, and they can't pee standing up. That right there is why you should see Major League 2, Daniel. Thank you,
Okay.
John Voida, for that
I
fantastic quote from Major League 2.
I feel like that was I feel
Rube
like that was
Baker.
I feel like that was unnecessary during what I was saying. I feel like that was a rude interruption.
I get distracted. What can I say?
Hey,
What's
oops,
new?
right?
What?
Anyway,
You say
what were you
oops
saying?
or
I said
boops?
oops. I said oops.
Neither. Fantastic. You were talking about the coaches beating Bud with socks full of soap, I believe, is where we were.
Yeah, beating his ass, so he'll play
Oh,
Oso and
Ryan
Ryan
Dunn.
Dunn.
You told me not to put up Ryan Dunn video that I was going to
Yeah.
put up.
Anyway, I got it. We're there. Oso and Ryan Dunn, man. First of all, I am excited for for a lot of reasons, but one being I'm really excited about the scouting department because I know that got kind of an overhaul when Matt Ishbia came.
I love that.
And like, if
Dan,
your
you just said
first, your
scouting department. That makes me excited. I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
your yeah, shut I'm gonna mute you, dude.
You know what? I'm on it.
Now it's weird. You got to unmute yourself. But no,
My
yeah,
bad.
like your late first round pick, 28th overall in a draft that was seen as a bad draft, and then your second round pick are playing meaningful, important minutes for you down the stretch of a playoff run, albeit for the playing tournament, but playoff run nonetheless. Um, that's huge, man. Like that gets me excited for like I'm like, okay, maybe our future isn't doomed if like you can find stuff like this, in the second round, late in the first. Like it doesn't, that's kind of what teams like the Warriors and the Heat do, and stuff like and franchises like that. But anyway, so really excited about that. So that's one, and then let's bring up the elephant in the room. Bradley Beal has been out, and the Suns play. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a chemistry issue. I don't know if these guys just don't like each other or he just flat out doesn't fit. And look, man, like I hear Bradley Beal's a great guy, does a lot of things in the community. Like here's a really good dad. Like nothing against the guy personally, but he's just not a good fit on his team. And I don't see a scenario where you can bring him back into the rotation. Like, are you going to start him again? Are you going to take minutes away from Ryan Dunn? Are you going to take minutes away from, we haven't even talked about Gillespie. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think you could do that anymore.
No, you can't. I mean, well, okay, you can. It'd be fucking crazy if you did.
Because at this point, Bud, the only way for Bud to save his job is to keep going on this. Beal fits like Duarte in classic comedy.
In classic comedy, says Darth Voida.
Okay.
As dismissive as I would have expected you to react, Daniel. Thank you. Coda Kids got it though. Brad just don't fit. Yeah,
exactly.
simple, right?
Exactly. And here's the thing with Bud, man. He's like we mentioned earlier. We both still think he should be gone after the season. I think the only way he can save his job if he keeps riding this train. Like if he just keeps playing these guys, doesn't tinker with what's going on now, like the good vibes and everything. If let's say they get the 7th seed and beat the Rockets, something crazy happens, right? Something nutty. They make a little bit of a run. They win a series. That would be, I think, the only way to save his job. And I think at this point he knows that. So like, why would you go back to what doesn't work? Like just to be set in your ways, I guess, or just show people you went out on your own shield. Like, okay.
Yeah, and that's exactly why it makes no sense for Bud to go back to Beal whenever Beal gets healthy. If he does get healthy, like he might just have like a PJ Tucker type of, not PJ Tucker, TJ Warren type mystery injury that just lingers forever.
Like hits his head on the backboard. Remember that?
Yeah. Fuck, dude, if I'm Brad Beal, I'd be like, I'm still a little sore, guys. I just took this one out too. All right? Like, take one for the team, dude. But like, I think, honestly, to me, it seems like, because, okay, I don't think anybody's going to sit here and be like, okay, in a vacuum next to each other, Colin Gillespie is a better basketball player than Bradley Beal. Maybe.
Right.
I don't know. But in what this team needs, when you have a KD and when you have a Devin Booker, like a Bradley Beal almost makes like those touches too congested, as opposed to having a Colin Gillespie that can take shots in due course, take shots when they're in the flow, as opposed to maybe players trying to push and force these three guys to get their shots, right? I mean, It could be something like just even a subconscious thing, but no matter what it is, the fit's clearly not right. And it's so funny because I feel like we've bounced around, this season. It's like, okay, is it KD? KD seems unhappy. Is KD sitting in the corner and not putting forth effort? And then it's like, okay, well, Bud's not doing this. I still think most of this fucking season goes on Bud, more of it than on Beal. But you see the product on the court now without Beal, and I mean it's hard to deny what you see, right? The product without Beal is better. Now I want to step back though, because I know you said this in jest. I assume it was in jest. Coaches put some soap in socks.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be oranges though, so you don't leave bruises? Like that's what it was, right? Like,
what's the point?
Because it still fucking hurts. You just don't leave bruises. Come on, man.
I'm not a lawyer.
Look, this has nothing to do with being a lawyer. This is my rough upbringing here on the streets of Phoenix.
Oh, Bob. Oh yeah.
JK, you've seen my childhood home. Good.
Yeah.
Have you? Maybe you have. I drive people by it a lot because it's kind of close to where I live now. Anyway, I digress. What was I talking about till I lost it? Oh,
the violence.
So the violence. No. So no, Coach Bud, right? I don't know that he had I don't know that anybody kind of convinced him. I get the sense that, and I chuckle because this sounds crazy, but is he even really running the show anymore? Because look, man, I'm sorry, but a team, the mentality of an entire group of grown-ass men does not flip on a dime like that just for one reason or a couple of guys getting some extra playing time. I just don't believe it. I feel like something bigger is going on behind the scenes that's obviously working.
I feel like
I'll go back to what?
No, go continue.
I'll go back to Book calling a timeout and the referee giving him a timeout when he's sitting on the sidelines, not in the game. I've never seen it happen before. Just saying. Maybe Book's getting a little influence there, and that's why Ryan Dunn, and that's why Oso, and that's why Colin Gillespie are playing a little more. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Hey man, maybe crazier things have happened.
I mean, I almost think it's crazier to think that Bud suddenly decided he was wrong and would change his ways 70 games into the season. How about that?
Unless he was given an ultimatum.
Yeah, by Book. That's what I think it was. I think Book fucking went to Matt Ishbia. Was like, dude, this guy sucks. Nobody likes him. Nobody wants to play for him. And this is what we should do. I really think it.
No, that's fine. But again, whether it came, I don't care who it came from. I'm sure ownership and the GM and the front office gave Bud an ultimatum saying, hey, you have to play these guys. Like, we're taking it out of your hands or you can leave.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So he's not calling the shots. That's what I'm saying. Right. Same age, Daniel.
Yeah. No, we're not.
No?
You got there in a weird way. Like,
how did I get there in a weird way?
Because you started fucking saying that Book was coaching the team on the floor, and then that it was okay, dude. Whatever.
I think Book's calling the shots.
That's good. Great. That's amazing.
Okay. Why do you
that would be awesome.
Of people's opinions.
Because it's crazy.
I know, right? I mean, so is a referee giving a player a timeout when he's not in the game. I don't know that a player can call a timeout when they're not in the game. I actually tried to. It's not in the rule book. It's not. See,
Did you look?
Now you sent me down a rabbit hole, Daniel. Thanks for nothing.
Don't do that now, please. We're recording a show.
Don't do what?
Because I know how you work. You're gonna try and fucking find it right now while we're on this podcast.
Trying to find what?
The rule book or whatever. The
Oh
rabbit
no,
hole
I
you're
said I
going
couldn't
down.
find it.
Oh,
I already looked.
gotcha.
Believe you me, I looked a lot. What do you think about Coach CP3?
No, dude. Hey, Coda kid, stop listening to the Aussies. They're fucking crazy.
That's exactly what I was gonna say, dude. Stop
Dude,
listening to the Aussies.
they're 16 hours ahead. You know,
I thought they were like
have
4 months ahead. Isn't that how it actually is?
I don't fucking know. They eat kangaroo and shit and like
I feel like that's not true. Isn't it like a kangaroo, like a protected animal out there? It's like a bald
sure,
eagle.
definitely is not. They
Okay.
eat kangaroo all the time, dude. They fucking fight in the streets of Australia. Why fuck would they protect them?
You know, I was actually talking to my wife recently about how we should go visit Australia someday.
Dude, I'd be so down. But somebody has to give me a sedative.
Does it really matter at this point? I don't know. Does what matter? Do you know what this is about, Daniel?
Does it really matter at this point as long as we bust our ass to get into the plane? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Like, do some work, win some games, get in there.
But what matter is what I'm asking. Like, what is
Does it matter?
Does
Does anything matter? I don't fucking know, dude. I'm not a lawyer. Stop lowering the questions. Can we
Why does everyone
let's continue? Fuck.
I'm asking you if you understand this question. It says, does it really matter at this point as long as we bust our ass to get into the play-in and actually do some work? I just want to know what it is.
Okay, can we just okay, well, let's move on. Let's move on.
Patrick Ewing is coach.
Holy shit, dude. This fucking guy.
Yeah. I feel like, is there a way for me to block? Oh, I can put user in timeout. Oh, I just did that to Jake. Oh, I banned him. Oh, shit. I don't know if that's what I meant to do. Crap.
Well, that's okay.
Sorry, Jake.
Patrick Ewing. Dude, that's the craziest. That had to have been. All right. How long have we been doing this? 8 years? Some crazy shit like that? 6 years, 5 years, 7? Pick a number. Dude, the craziest shit that's ever happened while we've been podcasting had to have been when Jake was like, the Suns should look at Patrick Ewing as their next head coach. I thought I was being fucking punked, dude.
I thought like I feel like it's just a long con. Like Jake's just pulling our legs like for a long time. No?
I don't know, man. He sounded pretty serious the first time. He might.
Unfortunately, he's not allowed to comment in the chat anymore, so he can't tell us.
Oh man,
who put me in charge of that stuff? My goodness,
that's fantastic.
You know,
now you're definitely not invited to his wedding.
I'm gonna say I'm already invited to Jake's wedding. Did you get invited to Jake's wedding?
Of course I didn't.
Oh, that's terrible.
He keeps inviting me on. He keeps inviting me onto his podcast, and I keep saying no. Why wouldn't you invite me to his wedding, dude?
Dude, you should. You want to go to his wedding with me? You can be my.
I'll be your plus one, dude.
Hold on, Jake never invites me on their podcast anymore. I don't know what that's all about. It's because he has enough Filipinos now. Because Kevin's on there, so he doesn't need another half Filipino. He's already got a full Filipino.
I feel like we're losing our audience right now. What are we talking about next?
I don't know. Well, Dan, okay. Let's talk about Coach Bud. No.
I thought we're done with Coach Bud.
No. Let's talk about. Can we talk about Ryan Dunn now?
Dude, that dunk on Giannis. Dude, you know what's crazy is the dunk he had the other night.
Can I show it now?
Jesus Christ, fucking show it. God damn it.
Now, I do have to point out that the video at the end got all shaky and weird because I got so excited. Phil took that. I slammed into him. Almost knocked him over. But he recovered quite nicely. But that dunk, and two things about that also, besides the dunk itself. The outlet pass by, do you remember who it was?
Gillespie.
Yup. And then Book with Book. How chill is that?
He's no look. Just no look, dude. No
so
look.
Cool. So cool. So
smooth as butter.
Is that all? That's it? Just that dunk? You know, actually,
Right
give me.
now,
Let me. Can I? May I? I'm sorry. May I? Can I? I asked you, and now I'm going to jump in. Let me go. I'm going to go. So
you
I
could have
jumped
gone
on the.
4 times in that.
Uh,
Jesus,
I
nothing.
jumped.
Go.
I jumped on the Suns jam session after the game last night, and I gave the jamster of the game to Ryan Dunn, and I said I'm going to do it without explanation. I felt like I really needed to explain it afterwards, but I didn't because I said I would do it without explanation. So now I'm going to explain it here. Because Ryan Dunn plays like that.
Hey, Bub, I
Needs,
think they get it. I think they get it.
plays like that are what this team needs. I mean, and that's
I agree.
dude, like that the energy in the arena last night was exponentially different than it has been in any other game this season or last season.
I could feel it through the TV. It was crazy.
I could feel it in my plums, Daniel. The energy last night. Hey,
you might want to get that checked out. I want to get that checked out.
It could be. Yeah, it's good.
It could be something different, but
could be cancerous. But you
Jesus
know what?
Christ.
As long as the Suns win a title, bro.
You don't have to say that.
Look, we're on YouTube now. We're unbridled,
Uncensored.
Well, that's always anyway. Dude, but no, I like the energy, the vibe, like the feel like that. That's the kind of stuff this team needs, I feel. And again, let's talk. Remember what 3 weeks ago when KD was like, "Why do people boo? Like, what is that going to do?" I'm not gonna lie, I kind of got what he was saying. It's like, yeah, like, all right, you're pissed. So you're pissed at me. What do you want me to do now? Like, cool. Like, but encouragement, firing people up, like there's something to that. And look, it's not exactly the route we wanted to get there, but we've been there the past few games. And let's even going back, let's talk about like the sorry, I got distracted by the chat again. Hold on. Hold on. We're talking about not forgiving Jake for stuff. Let's go back and talk about it a little bit more. Darth Voida. Jake wanted to trade KD to Houston for dealing with Jeff Green and believe Green would make an impact. I'll never forgive him for that. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm actually not surprised.
My wife says I'm being very loud. Is that true?
Yeah.
Turn the thunderstorms up louder, babe.
Jeez. Tell her I said hello.
Dan says hi. Did you hear that?
Fantastic. It didn't close. She slammed it. She's like, fuck him.
So, all right.
Oh,
so
my
this is
goodness.
awkward now. My wife hates Dan, apparently.
Well, I kind of figured.
No, actually, she really likes you. In fact, we were watching an episode one time. She goes, Dan's kind of cute. Not going to lie. It happened. So, good for you, buddy. Yeah.
Well, thanks, bub. Appreciate that.
So, look, apparently banning Jake didn't last that long because he's back to help match salary. Stop lying, Jake. Come on, man. Okay. So, but no, Ryan Dunn, like the energy that he's bringing, that Osa is bringing, that Colin Gillespie, dude, he has a certain like calming presence to him. The way he probes the lane too, doesn't pick up that dribble, reminds me way too much of Steve Nash.
Steve Nash. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Dude, we said that we were so in sync that my AirPods like did some weird shit.
Tractor beam sucked me right in.
Yeah, dude.
Nope. Dumb and Dumber.
I haven't seen it in a long time. Sorry.
Oh, at least you've seen it. I thought you were gonna say you haven't seen Dumb and Dumber. Then pass out.
You know what? Hey, watch it again. Doesn't really hold up.
Shut up! I watched it like 2 weeks ago. It's phenomenal.
Not really.
That's because Dan, you hate fun.
No, that's because they've made so many more movies that are like 10 times funnier than Dumb and Dumber. So like when you go back and watch it, you're like, oh shit.
See, again, gonna have to disagree. I feel like it holds up just as it always did. It holds up right next to what you want to say, like Old School, Wedding Crashers, shit like that.
All funnier.
Disagree. Equally funny,
Well,
different types of funny. But if I had to sit down, if it was a Friday evening and I didn't have anything else going on, which is pretty much every Friday evening, somebody was like, "Hey, Justin, would you like to watch Dumb and Dumber, Old School, or Wedding Crashers?" You know what I would say? Yeah, let's watch all
old.
three of them because I ain't got shit to do. It's Friday night. Boom.
Okay. Well, all right. No, we don't just talk about the Suns on Fanning the Flames, guys.
Yeah, like that's always been the case, though.
That's true. All right.
Mm-hmm. So, Dan, I'm out. I'm
Can we
kind of out of
can
stuff now. I'm
can
so
we
excited.
can we,
You killed my fun. Can we talk about how the Suns are going to win the championship, though? Because
no, they're not, dude.
can we
All
talk
right.
about how
Hey, can they
if
just
you're
give
ever
us?
going to put
Can they give us?
15
You know
bucks
what?
on plus 70,000 odds, this is the one to
No,
do it, though?
no, I never would. But can we just have fun fucking basketball for as long as we can? That's all I want, honestly.
Jake's trying to get on your good side now.
First of all, I
I
fucking cannot
I knew it.
stand Will
I knew you
Ferrell.
would hate that movie.
Okay, fuck you, Jake. Step Brothers is not funny. It's stupid as fuck. Will Ferrell is not funny. Okay, he was funny in Old School, and that's it. Let's talk about the Suns because this is gonna really piss me off.
Well, my wife's asking me to disconnect headphones from my phone. So you talk about the Suns for a minute while I do that.
Oh God. Anyway, yeah, man, that's all I want. I want the rest of the season to be fun. Like, if we can make some noise, cool, man. If we can be one of those teams that, like the Heat when they knocked off the Bucks a couple years ago, like that'd be sick, right? Like, you know, Oklahoma City, like you never know, like you never want to wish injury on people, but if something crazy happens, one of their players gets injured, like you never know what can happen. And then, you still have Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. We saw what they did last night, right? KD's been on a motherfucking tear, dude.
7 for 9.
7 for 9 from three. Of course, we didn't bet that, by the way.
Oh my God, dude. Can I just point out that, like,
Here we go. The chat, right?
Yeah, it's getting a little violent.
Oh, who's fighting?
So Jake says Step Brothers is another classic movie, and then Voida says, "Who do you who does Dan think is funny?"
Let's go back to. I don't want to get into this right now.
Hold on, it gets better. Jake then says brutal, and then Voida goes, "Dan hates you, Jake," and Voida goes, "I just don't respect you."
Jesus Christ!
I don't know where that part came from. I think he's talking about Jake, not you, just for the record, Dan.
But that's all right. Well, can we?
Jake's gonna try harder to win your friendship. Oh boy.
All right. Well, this episode went off the rails.
I'm sorry. It's Jake's fault.
No,
dude. Ban him again?
No. Am I gonna have to take control of this so that you can't look at the group chat because you can't seem to really focus?
That actually would be a good idea. We should do that next time.
Actually, I don't want that responsibility. Give it to Paul.
It won't let me put Jake in timeout again. My only option is to ban him entirely. So you know what?
Ban him.
Actually, Paul would be, but Paul, that would require attendance. That's the big problem.
That's a good point. That's a great point.
What's the biggest availability?
The best ability is availability.
Thank you, Daniel.
Wow.
Thank you, Daniel.
Jesus, and you're the one of us that's not drinking.
I know, right? And did I tell you quit nicotine too?
Jesus Christ, what are you doing to yourself?
I'm gonna run a marathon. Also, I'm pretty sure this is my midlife crisis. I think I'm rolling into it right now.
I remember you asked me to run, and I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And I asked you how long it was, and you told me, and I was like, why? I'm not doing that.
I'm not like much of a runner, and when I say that, I mean like I haven't ran. I haven't run in years. I haven't ran in years. I don't know the proper usage there.
Well, I do. It's ran.
Is it? Poor Dan. Doug says that Justin loves us in the chat. It's true. I'm sorry. I'm going to turn the chat off. God, I walked right into that one, didn't I?
Jesus Christ, buddy.
So Dan, let's talk more Suns, dude. Okay. So fun basketball. I'm with you though. No, you know what, man? I think that's part of it is why I'm so quick and easy to jump. I'm so quick and easy. to jump back into
You're a classy
this.
broad, though.
I am, dude. I am. I am like Dorothy Mantooth. What can I say? Why I'm so quick to jump back into it is because, yeah, man, it's fun again, dude. Like, I kid you not, a month ago, I begrudgingly went to games because, well, I had already paid for the tickets, but the product just looked like garbage, man. They didn't want to be there. Why the hell did I want to be there? They were getting paid to be there. I paid to be there, so I had to go. They had to go, I guess, technically. There we were. We were all miserable together at maybe.
I wasn't because you didn't invite me to any of those games, but it's okay.
First of all, between you and Paul and my kids bitching about me not taking them to games, I swear to God, man.
First of all, I never do. That was the first time in a long time.
Can we? I know. Well, nobody really does either. In fact, I'm pretty sure my kids are like, when I ask them to go to games, they're like, yeah. No, actually, I think they enjoy it. I'm very calm and cool and collected at games. So,
yeah.
I totally lost what I was going to say, though. It was going to be a good one.
Bummer. Fun. You know what?
Basketball.
You know what I want? Give me a shot. Give me a shot to upset the 1 seed, right? Chances are they're not going to beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Oklahoma City Thunder they're a fucking buzzsaw, dude. I think they're going to win the championship. That's just my thought.
You know who?
But like I said,
you know what? Thought the Suns.
But like I said,
when they won 64 games a couple of years ago too, they were a buzzsaw.
Yeah, they didn't lose to the 8 seed. They almost did, but remember that? That was fucking scary. So and then, like, put a scare into them. Put a scare into them. Like, you know, maybe somebody rolls an ankle and they can't play for a couple games. Like, you never know what can happen. And again, you have 2 cold-blooded assassins.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm just gonna put comments up now, not reference them. See, that's all I'm gonna do. No, I'm with you, dude. Like, give us a shot. And here's the thing: is after OKC, hear me out.
Here we go.
Tell me about the other teams in the West. Like,
no.
If let's
all right,
look.
You got me back.
Let's look at
you got me back. No. You got me back. You got me back. You got me back on the positive side. Let's not get fucking crazy and start looking at the rest of the West after we're gonna fucking just beat the. Yeah, let's not do that shit. Like, you got me to say give us a chance at the 1 seed. I'm not going further than that.
It's because Dan knows what he doesn't want to say it out loud because he knows what he's going to say if I get him to keep talking. It's okay. You don't have to. We all know. Everybody knows. Jake knows. Boyden knows. Cody Kidd knows. All 3.
You know who doesn't know? Scotty.
Scotty doesn't know. Hey, look. What if I was like, I don't get that reference. What is that from?
I'd be like, wow.
I've never heard of that before.
I'd be like, you never want to.
Michelle Trachtenberg, by the way. That was
seriously,
weird.
Dude. That was, jeez,
like
that's 30, so sad.
39, 38?
Yeah. She's fucking so hot, too. Beautiful.
Man, it's weird when you say it like that.
Sad. No, it's just sad, man. You know, it's sad for anybody to go, but like, she's.
Especially when beautiful people die. Get really sad about that. It's like all the uglies.
Good Lord, dude. You couldn't just let it go, Justin. You couldn't just let it go. You had to make it weird. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Man, I'm here to make everything fun. Right? That's all I'm doing.
Yeah, well.
That's all I'm doing. That's too long, Void. I'm not putting it up. No.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so Dan, what are the sleds? I don't want to ask you. See, now I'm like trigger shy about asking you questions because I don't want to like probe too far into your positivity.
Well, just don't ask me stupid questions like, "Oh my God, what if we beat the 1 seed? Let's look at the rest of the West. Let's see how we're going to win a chance."
Why is that stupid? That would seem like an obvious lead-in from your.
Absolutely not.
Chance.
Yeah, give us a chance doesn't mean like all the way.
So what happens if that chance is successful?
We're not going there. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. How about that?
That's a good answer. See, that's a good answer. So, Dan, I have nothing else. I got nothing. You're just staring at me, expecting me to come up with something to talk about. I got nothing, buddy.
I know you do. I know you don't because you keep staring at the group chat. I keep seeing your
No, I just
eyes.
can't help it myself. I can't help but stare at it by like period. So let me ask you this. I need an affirmative yes or no from you. Because I
Okay.
feel like I don't have a yes or no. I feel like I have a sense. But like, are you back in?
Yeah, I'm back in.
You're in. Okay.
Yeah.
You're in, but you're not fully bought in, right? Because you don't think we're gonna go too far.
I don't think we're gonna get.
But
Like I
you
said,
got hope. You're watching again. Like,
yeah, I'm watching again. Like I'm gonna. Hey, and if they do get there, I'm gonna watch every fucking game. Maybe I'll even go to a game. Like, yeah, of course.
you know, how they recently removed the name Footprint Center?
Yeah.
Do you remember when the name Footprint Center went into place?
Yeah, it was after game 2 of the fucking finals. Remember that?
What
The last
if
time we were all happy.
Matt
First time we were all
Ishbia
happy.
figured it out and he was like, you know what, it's fucking
Oh God.
Footprint.
There we go. Oh
Look,
my
look,
goodness, Bub.
I mean, they've looked better since didn't have the name. Look, man, I don't know. Something happened.
Yeah, dude. If I told you, hey, dude, they've been playing better since the last time you shaved your balls, are you gonna fucking not shave ever again?
No, I feel like I'd shave every day then because they play
Yeah,
better
that's
when
true.
yeah.
That's true, dude. That'd
I
create
like
some real issues for you.
you shouldn't just go with like if I told you they'd win a championship if you jumped off a bridge, would you jump? Fucking right, I would.
You're right. That would have been a
Yeah,
much better
right.
analogy.
Sacrifice for the greater good. You're welcome,
Yeah.
everybody.
I said something completely different and now it's weird. Sorry, everybody.
Remember when, hey, rest in peace, Dave. Remember when Dave asked Flex about shaving his balls?
Bro. Oh, Dave King, dude. Rest in
Oh,
peace, Dave King. That was
oh,
that was that was Arizona podcast gold right there, dude.
the face Flex made. Oh, Dave. Anyway, okay. So,
Oh,
Dan,
Dave.
this hasn't been a long episode, but it's been a joyous episode. And let's look at what we've got 10 games left.
10 games left.
10 games left, Daniel.
Give
And
them
you
to
know
me.
what? They ain't easy because the first game
No, dude, of course not.
coming tomorrow night against who? The Boston Celtics, but
No Jason Tatum.
no Jason Tatum.
Again, this is the type of this is why I say give us a chance, right? Somebody rolls their ankle. No, they fall on someone's foot. Some might have called the play dirty.
Here, and so the Jason Tatum thing, I didn't see it. Was it like,
No, it
oh,
wasn't dirty.
you're just saying that like more generally. Gotcha.
Yeah, because
Um,
some people, how some people. I think most plays, unless you're Zaza Pachulia and Kawhi Leonard, because that was clearly dirty. Because he literally
Bruce
Bruce
Bowen
Bowen, like those guys would literally like take a step and
intentionally
then
do it.
take another
Yeah.
step. Like I think for the most part, people are jumping to try and contest a shot, and they just kind of like you fucking land in a weird
Yeah.
spot. I think most of the flagrants that get called are more bullshit than when
Yeah.
like you know what I
Well,
mean.
and it's kind of funny because you're gonna hate this. I'm just gonna tell you before I start.
Oh
But
shit!
when you, it's like I thought you were like signed out right there for a second. I'm in the dark. Flagrant on those closeout flagrants isn't really an accurate term, I don't think. Because if you think
No,
about it, what's the reason for it's a flagrant foul because
it's
it's
a
a
hostile
reckless
act
closeout, right?
or a hostile
So
act.
so really, yeah, well, but a hostile act is more like okay, flagrant, because that to me is intent. And this is
Right.
kind of
That's
to the
my
point that
yeah.
you're saying. It's like, yeah, am I jumping at Book and trying to put my foot in the right spot so he lands on it? No, I don't think 99.9% of the players in the NBA are doing that, right? But it happens. And you bring up, and I get it. I sense you get a little hesitant when you're saying, hey, maybe somebody twists an ankle, maybe an injury. But dude, remember
Happens all the time.
we were up 10 points in game 3 or 4 to the
Oh
Denver
man.
Nuggets when Chris Paul got hurt. So like we don't need to talk about like if you want to talk about injuries and maybe a team will get an injury and will help the Suns move forward in the playoffs, I feel like you should have no guilt saying it because that's just the reality. You're not wishing an injury to happen. You're saying maybe
Yeah. Bro, last night
Giannis probably like he's I'm sure just he's constantly trying to injure people because that's all he does.
he's a bull in a china shop.
I feel bad for everything you said
Um,
about Grayson Allen when he was with
dude,
Milwaukee because obviously Giannis was influencing him.
dude, I don't care about any of that shit, but
Okay.
can we talk about how last night just fucking opened up some fucking deep ass wounds? Cause that was like playoff atmosphere. It was the Bucks. It's fucking Giannis missing free throws. It's Giannis bowling people over.
It
Fucking
actually
going after Devin Booker's knees, like, and the fucking drama down the fucking stretch, the back and forth. I'm like, God damn it. And then at the end, I'm like, of course they're gonna make it three to win the game because you can't blow a 2-0 lead in the finals because it's always just going to come back and bite you in the ass, and this is just going to be one of those reminders. And then it didn't happen, but it still opened up a lot of fucking deep wounds, man. That sucked.
it's funny because one of my a buddy of mine sits like 10 rows down below us, Brian, texted me. And this is when we were up by like, I don't know, probably like 3 points with a few minutes left, whatever. He's like, heartbreak incoming, yeah. I was like,
Yeah, seriously, dude.
I said, now we good. Which actually was like the first time I think all season I've said we good. Which actually depressed me a little bit because
Dude,
nothing
you
has
just
felt good.
no,
I know,
dude,
right?
no,
That
that
was like
fuck,
normal terminology. But
Jesus,
look, I'm going to throw this one up there because actually, so this is from Void. I think this is actually a very good question. So Dan, don't get. And then, we haven't even gotten to Sam's question yet. Don't you worry.
oh God,
We might have to make a segment for that, like Sam's question of the week, because this next one, Dan, this one's better than last week's, bro. Like way better.
oh shit, dude.
But let's go to Voidus first.
Okay,
Should the Suns trade KD or should they hold on to him this offseason?
I think I've always been of the belief is you hang on to KD. Dude, you got to keep these two guys together. Like, here's what I listen. Like, we obviously fucked up by trading for Bradley Beal, right? I thought it was a genius move at the time. Like, I wanted to trade McKell for Bradley Beal back, in 20 before the 21 season before they got Chris Paul. Like, I was
I
very
remember
much a
that.
fan of.
I didn't realize you were such a Brad Beal fan.
Oh, I was a huge Brad Beal
Oh, I
fan,
had
man.
no. I
That's
feel like
that's who I wanted the Suns to go after
I
to
really
put
don't
next
listen.
to.
I really don't listen to people. Jesus.
Yeah, you never listened to my podcast that I used to have before back in the day.
Shut up. First of all, I was like the one person that listened to like all 4 episodes. Thank you very much.
No, 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 no. First of all, Coast to Coast is more than 4 episodes.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the one you did by yourself.
Oh
I have a
yeah, that
deep
one was
memory
funny.
of sitting and listening to while I was at one of Molly's soccer games. Oops, continue on the stream. My bad. When she was still like 4 or 5
Okay,
because
okay,
it was like
okay,
terrible soccer.
okay. I'm
Sorry.
sorry. My bad. My bad. Sorry. Okay.
I'll listen to your podcast.
But anyway, and you keep Book and Katie because they've been great, dude. Even before they traded Chris Paul, when they had Chris Paul and dude. Let's. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
Sorry.
Can
For
you
every,
like
for
not?
people,
Can you
for
fucking not put
people,
up the bullshit?
Dan sees me before, chuckle to myself, and then he immediately knows I'm going to pull up another. I'm sorry. You're right. It's gone.
We're losing listeners by the fucking
No, we're not.
second.
They're still going up. Look.
Anyway, before even like that half season, right? The first season out when they traded for KD, like I feel like if they would have had a little more time to mesh, and then Chris Paul got old really fast in the playoffs that year, like he could have been hurt as well. You had the whole DeAndre Ayton situation, but even then, like DeAndre Ayton wasn't well. I guess he was playing terribly, but I feel like if they would have given that team a little, maybe the next season, maybe you keep Chris Paul, but you get a point guard, to start, and Chris Paul comes off the bench. Like I feel like maybe that's where they fucked up, right? So
Yeah.
I don't think the KD and Booker thing is what doesn't work. I just feel like I just don't know what they're gonna do with Beal, man, unless they can attach picks to get rid of him. I know somebody mentioned today. Actually, I think they referenced Bright Side of the Sun. So
Thumbs up from Dan.
do you wave and stretch?
Can't.
Oh, you can't. Well, that fucking sucks.
Because you can't waive your dead money can't be more than I think it's 15% of the cap. And if you waive and stretch Beal, he'd be, I think, 22 million in dead money, which would almost be that 15%. But we've already got Nas Little. Who do we waive? We waived and stretched 2 guys recently. So point being, if I'm not mistaken, waiving and stretching him would bring us over that threshold.
Well, that fucking sucks because that means you're stuck with Bradley Beal unless you can trade him, and it's going to be really, really hard to trade him because everybody knows your hands are tied. It's almost going to be like you need to trade. I don't know however many draft picks to get rid of him. Like that's a thing, or like our team's going to be like, sure, we'll take him, but you got to give us Ryan Dunn, which obviously you don't do if you're the Suns. That would be fucking stupid. But that's the type of market that he's going to command, and that's what sucks. Like you got to get rid of the guy, and it's like how do you? And then you go back to well, now I got to trade KD because are you really going to come back with another year of disgruntled Bradley Beal, like just wasting away on the bench and just coming in every 3 or 4 games to get his minutes, and then he's hurt again? Like what are we doing?
Well, I mean,
So but yes, you have to keep KD and Book together. I 1000% agree with that, and hopefully with a different head coach, but we'll see.
yeah. So yeah, it's not Nas Lotke. It sounds like do you know who Nasir Lotke is? It sounds like a German
No,
of some sort.
no, but anyway,
But yeah, no. So it's gonna be an interesting offseason because
it's gonna be the most important offseason in Suns history.
everyone is.
Yeah.
I would certainly rather move Beal, but yeah, dude, like I don't think they're going to be able to. And I don't know that I don't know that there's a solution that doesn't involve trading Kevin Durant. Like you said, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, look, you gave up every piece of draft capital you had to get him. I guess the Suns wouldn't necessarily be against giving up whatever draft capital they have now to get rid of Bradley Beal, right? Perhaps. But I don't know, man. It's a decision that I'm happy I don't have to make. Like honestly, depending on how everything plays out over the next 10 games and into whatever else happens after that, I think that's going to dictate a lot as to what you're going to do. Because look, as quickly as things changed over the last 2 weeks, maybe they change right back.
Maybe that's very possible.
Maybe we go out and show zero effort tomorrow night
Yeah.
against Boston.
Oh, dude.
And get blown out without Jason Tatum there. Maybe we lose 2 more games in a row after that, and all of a sudden we're right back to, well, fuck it. So
yeah. Very much so. But
in a vacuum,
the Beal thing's gonna suck.
Yeah, in a vacuum.
You know what? Sorry.
No, I was just saying, like, just in a vacuum, like, did you want to trade KD over Beal? You want to trade Beal over KD, obviously. It's just not something that seems likely to happen.
At this point, honestly, like I feel like you're probably the only way out of Beal is probably trade it for somebody else's bad contract. You know what I mean? Somebody else's problem.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
For example, and I'm not saying this is what you do. I'm not saying I want this trade to happen. Just full disclosure, everybody. But like, for example, if like, let's say the contracts were equal as far as years go, let's say like Joel Embiid, right? Obviously, Philly's issue.
Yeah.
Like that'd be the kind of trade that would work.
Yeah, I see what you.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like that's the
One
only
headache
type
for
of
another.
deal.
Our headache for your headache.
Exactly. And like, let's say like Embiid has another year. Okay, then Philly throws a draft pick back at you, and not. I don't know why you would do that anyway, but I'm just saying that's the only type of trade I feel like you can make with
I
Bradley
hear that.
Beal.
I hear that Luca guy's really fat and out of shape and doesn't like working out and stuff. You think that's a problem that the Lakers want to get rid of for Brad Beal? I'm just kidding. I actually that actually makes me feel kind of dirty and gross,
Yeah,
nauseous.
you should be ashamed of yourself.
Ugh. Anyway, um,
But I absolutely would do that trade, just so everybody knows,
I mean,
right?
like, I like it makes me nauseous. But I also feel like as a human being and businessman, could be kind of crazy. Anyway, Brad Beal, man, like, I don't know. What like maybe we'll be fine the rest of the season. We'll just be like, you know what? Just pay him his $50 million. He doesn't need to play. We're better without him. He can be like our good luck. He's like our
Oh,
super
dude,
expensive good luck charm. Imagine
he's
he
like
gets into
the
paying people to do nothing anyway, right? He's paid
dude, like
Monty to do
the
nothing, paid Vogel to do nothing.
like. Remember
Here it
the
is.
man.
I'm sorry, another chat, but trade Beal for Jeff Green.
Jesus
Where's Jake
Christ.
when we need him?
We probably made him cry, dude.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we're not the ones openly saying we don't respect him. So the tears aren't
that's
coming
a
from us. I just
that's a
question why
great
he always
point.
bullies me. So, but
I don't know.
okay, hold on. So KD, we've talked about. Beal, we've talked about. I heard. I'm not gonna acknowledge it because fuck those people. Let's talk about Bud. Dan,
God damn it, you're gonna
is
fucking
this
do it.
still a thing?
God damn it, dude. Yes. Yes.
Fire Bud, still a thing.
Yes. He's lost way too many games for us this season where you can just look the other way. Like I said, unless they make a run in the playoffs, I just don't see how it happens. There's all the weird stuff with Book, the weird stuff with KD, and if you want to keep KD and Book together, I don't think that's feasible if Bud is still here. So
100%
yeah,
agree with
no.
you there. I 100% agree with you there. I think, but I think, and maybe this is a better way of me putting this compared to how I put it earlier. I think Bud has lost that locker room, and I think the only thing that has brought it back are the guys in that locker room.
Yeah.
So
They said fuck them coaches.
yeah, play for ourselves or something. I don't know. It's like
We play for each other.
Sorry, you haven't seen Major League, so I can't.
I've seen the first one. I just haven't seen Major League 2.
You think they
I've seen
had
the
these?
first one.
You think they had like a cardboard cutout of Bud, and he's like, "For every win, we remove some clothing."
Jesus Christ, dude.
Probably not. That probably wasn't. That's not the motivation.
Oh my God. God, this podcast is great. This is such a great hang.
I feel like now you're just being a dick. I feel like was that facetious?
No, I was being serious, you asshole.
I feel like you weren't being serious at all, but now you're saying you were because you got caught.
No, I said like this podcast is great. That was sarcastic, just like dang, dude, like the shit we talk about. But I was like, I love this. But then I was like, I love this hang.
Oh, okay, that's good enough for me.
Which is the only reason I do this podcast because I'm actually retired. I don't podcast anymore.
Because I'm such pleasant company. Actually, it makes a lot of sense sometimes. Not times when my wife's like, "Were you and Dan fighting with each other? Why was he? How were you guys then laughing right afterwards?" I'm like, dear.
Oh shit, dude.
It's like
I've never,
right,
I've never rage left the pod before though.
No, you.
Hey, real quick though, hold on.
Challenge accepted.
Hey, we can't hold on. We can't end yet. We can't.
I'm sorry.
What? Oh, fuck that. Oh shit.
Okay. We
That's
can't end
funny.
yet.
That was a
Why?
good one.
Tell me why.
We
Tell
we
me
gotta get
why. We shouldn't do this without Paul or other adults around.
we shouldn't do this at all.
Period. Or
Um,
should we? Well, I mean, we are, so it's kind of that ship has sailed.
no, we gotta give our boy Book his props, man. Um, it's been a weird season for him. I feel like some fans have turned on him. He certainly hasn't necessarily played his best ball all year, but he just adds another highlight to the game-winning shots. I watched those. I don't know how many times I watched those videos today the Suns put out, and NBA.com put out of all his game winners and his games to tie games and shit. And it's cool because like I watched some of them, and I'm like, damn, I was at that game, and it just kind of brings back memories, like cool stuff like that. But yeah, man, hey, big book comes back again, um, hits the game winner, and then um, decided to make it rain in Phoenix, Arizona, and come on the broadcast shirtless. So uh, that was good for him.
That's what I did. I tweeted,
What a pimp.
retweeted a picture of it. I was like, bro, I would too if I could.
Seriously, man. God damn, bro.
Bro.
Fuck. So
Here,
that was pretty. I thought that was pretty gangster.
and may
Good
I?
for him.
May I?
Yes, please.
Dude, and again, vibes were great. Yeah, and hey, you mentioned earlier how it was like kind of PTSD playing the Bucks. I got that when people were counting to 10 with Giannis on the free throw
Oh
line. I was like,
God,
bro,
dude. People,
guys,
can we not, guys? We got to
remember?
stop doing that.
Yeah, remember when that
Let's turn
didn't
the
work at
page.
all?
Yeah, and remember the jackass that was counting money? Fuck that guy.
That was Jake. Did you know that?
Dude, don't fucking tell me that.
No, that was Jake did it again at another game, like in like a joking way, but people didn't realize it was. I was with him at that game too. I told him to stop because I wouldn't want to
That
get
that
fucking
was a
bullied.
that was a bad fucking joke, dude.
Right. Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
Thank
And
you.
then you wonder why we pick on you.
No wonder Voida doesn't respect him. My God. Poor Jake, man.
Oh God, dude.
I think
Guys really getting
I think
it.
I'm gonna be nicer to Jake now and feel bad. Maybe I'll go to his wedding.
He's gonna show up at my door and kill me.
No.
Stab me in the neck.
No, Jake's chill, I think. I'm gonna go to his wedding though to make sure I don't get stabbed in the neck. I think maybe. I'll see
Or
him
that
upstairs.
or he's gonna be like that, or he's gonna be like, that's gonna be my opportunity.
The wedding is like just a like big like mass murder of Suns podcasters. He's like, oh, respect this void out. Done.
Jesus Christ.
It's getting violent in Iowa.
I don't even know what we were talking about now.
I don't either. Book. Book.
Yeah, man.
But no,
God damn, dude. He's been great too, dude. Like
and
he was runner up,
10
right?
assists this year too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he was runner up to KD for player of the week, which I thought was kind of funny. Um, but like he's been going off, dude. Like his distribution has been fantastic. I mean, he had 12 assists last
12
night,
assists
10,
last night.
12 assists last night. He had 5 turnovers, but come to expect, he's always been kind of high on turnovers. He obviously has to work on that, but it is what it is. I thought it was a great game from Book.
Well, and then I mean, you look at what he did Cleveland game towards the end, that pass to KD to help.
Oh, dude, that was stupid. I've watched that play so many times. I don't know how he got the strength in his arm passing it that way, falling away
Yeah,
to get it across the
and
court like that. That was sick.
Flick, because
Yeah, it was
he
sick, dude.
adjusted because Paul in the Sun, like in our group chat, the one that you leave all the time. He was.
Hey, you guys
like,
stopped adding me. Thanks.
What?
You guys stopped adding me. Thank you.
Jake will add you. He was like, was that deflected? And I can see what he was thinking, but it definitely was not. But to your
Yeah,
point, it's like that's why it makes it so difficult to believe that it wasn't, because the difficulty of that pass, the angle,
and then the pose,
the that guy,
the book pose, dude.
the
Love that
wherewithal,
shit.
clever,
What
little
a
fucker.
showman. What a showman.
Voida just sent a message in our group telling Jake to add you to the chat, by the way, in case you're wondering.
Oh God.
Dan, anything else you want to add to this episode of Fanning the Flames, which I would like to say has been the most optimistic Fanning the Flames episode in quite a while?
Yeah, man. Glad to have fun basketball to watch again. Yeah.
Fun basketball is great. I'm continuously. I wanted to check really quick to see if my bet has changed from plus 70,000 yet, and it has not. A couple more wins, Dan. It might be plus 55,000 or something soon.
You never know, dude. You never know. One injury here and there, you know. But no, man, I'm excited. I'm glad. My interest has been extended
Peaked.
into baseball season, because I'm really excited about. I mean, we talked about it last episode. I'm really excited about the D-backs. So,
Well,
which
hey,
I thought we were
Jordan
supposed to go to
Montgomery,
opening,
that
and I thought we were
problem got
supposed to go.
solved.
Jesus, that sucks for him. But
Yeah, sorry.
yeah,
Yeah, came across a little.
Jesus, fuck, dude,
Look,
dick.
like,
Hey, what? I thought we were going to opening day. What happened?
we can still go to opening day.
Can you?
I don't know, when is it, tomorrow or Friday?
Thursday.
What day is
Tomorrow's
today?
Wednesday.
Tuesday. Holy shit! I thought it was Wednesday today. I might. We'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Let's talk. Yes. Okay. Last thought, and this will be the last thought of this episode of Fanning the Flames. Oh wait, hold on. No, sorry, canceling that thought because I almost forgot to ask you. Sam's question. This seems like the appropriate way to finish this episode.
Holy shit. Here we go. So last episode he asked, who's your second favorite Suns player? And I'm like,
That was his question.
and then I was like, are you sure Molly or your daughter didn't? Jesus. Are you sure your daughter didn't ask this?
So, okay,
I'm gonna
you
die.
ready?
Yeah.
Okay, new question for Dan. I'll read you the whole text. Book and Katie are like 13-3 this season when they play without Beal.
Okay.
With that in mind, who do you hate more, Bradley Beal or Donald Trump?
Who?
Bradley Beal or Donald Trump?
Oh fuck, dude, that's fucked up.
Yeah, right?
This is so much better than who's your second favorite Suns player.
I'm texting him now and saying Dan loves the question.
Oh man, I don't know, dude. That's a tough one. Because I don't really hate Bradley. I don't really hate Bradley Beal, you know?
Right, dude. Like,
Like I hate what he's doing to the Suns, but like I don't hate him. He's a good
he's
guy.
not doing it to the Suns.
Yeah, definitely. Donald Trump. My bad. I'm sorry it took me so long to get there.
And on that note,
oh fuck, dude, that was great. Oh, bravo, Sam. Bravo.
Congrats, Sam. Yeah, bravo, Sam. Indeed. He's gonna appreciate it. He's gonna appreciate
That was
it.
great, dude. That was fucking
Dan,
great.
I don't know what to like. See, this is what I love too about you, Dan. I thought you would hate that. I thought you'd be like, "What the fuck is this?" Yet here I am. Learn something new every day.
Let it be known that I am a few beers deep. So,
and that is why we do this podcast, and that is why we do these hangs, and that is why I love you, and why I love everybody that's watching, listening, doing whatever you're doing. Dan, do you want to tell?
Love you too, buddy.
Where they can find you? Oh, I should have given you a chance to say you love me too. My bad.
I'm
It
at
doesn't
Dan
matter.
Duarte
Hey,
1
back
on
to that.
X. And then Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
What?
Nothing.
Oh.
That's it.
I thought I did something else. I was like, my hand was over my mouth. What did I do this time?
Nothing. You also can find me in St. Louis falling on Dubs.
Oh, hell yeah, with Nelly. You know, my mom's caregiver was named Nellie. Not the same Nellie, though. Little known
Did you know
fact.
Nelly's married to Ashanti and they have a kid?
I feel like I heard that at some point in my life. Did you know that the term "stan" comes from the song "Stan" by Eminem?
Yeah.
I had no clue. I thought there was like something more. Like I figured there was a more sophisticated basis for it.
No. Pretty simple. Did you
Very
know that
simple.
Did you know that the term MILF came from American Pie?
That's not true at all. It was around before that.
No, it was not.
Shut up, bro. You were like 4. Probably haven't seen the movie.
Fuck you. I've seen American Pie. That's a classic.
You can find me on Twitter at SoSaysJ. You can find our pod at Fan the Flames NBA. You can find me on Instagram too, because I've been doing Instagram stuff recently. I told you this already because somebody has SoSaysJ apparently on Instagram. I don't understand that still. Oh, hey, SoSaysJ, that's me. My wife says people don't want to watch full Suns games, but you can watch it on my Instagram. Apparently, I only post stuff for it. I'm gonna shut up, dude. This has been a fun episode, Dan. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun to be like having fun again. It's fun to not be angry. Like there's no anger on this episode. I feel like there's been some anger as of late.
There has been.
You know what? You know what's better than anger? Happiness. You know what's better than happiness?
Friendship.
Friendship. Oh, friends. Saved by the Bell episode. Okay, anyway, everybody watching, listening, whatever you're doing, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And depending on when you're watching, when you're listening, whatever you're doing, have yourself a good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Just blow kiss.
Yeah.
Weird.
I know. So weird. I swear to God, I hit end stream.